On today's episode of Recipe Rehab, we are macrofying
the Frosty.
Yum. I don't know about you, but every time I'm wanting something cold and sweet, Frosty is always my go-to.
Absolutely. We're going to provide you guys with some of our favorite ways to make a Frosty a healthier, nutritious, delicious version.
Also, comment down below. Are you dip your French fries in Frosties or not?
Absolutely. If you don't dip your fries in Frosties,
What's wrong with you?
just shut the video off right now. No, just kidding. Please don't do that. Keep watching. And this has truly been a lifesaver for me, especially when I was in prep. I love my creamy. It's a total game changer. And no shit, I make a creamy every single night. And
It
sounds dirty, but I like it. So good.
This recipe is literally so easy. It only pretty much has one main ingredient to mimic the Wendy's Frosty. The macros of a Wendy Frosty, I think for any fast food ice cream, isn't that bad, but the amount that you can get in these macros is probably gonna equivalent to like the medium size of a Frosty, and that's where the calories start to actually pick up. So if you haven't used a Ninja Creamy yet, highly recommend. You can literally turn anything into ice cream, or you could do acai bowls, smoothies, froyo.
Yep.
And there's tons of recipes out there for using protein powder, cottage cheese.
Yeah, there's so many different ingredients and recipes out there that you can use. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it and start making our version of the Wendy's chocolate Frosty. The main ingredient in the Frosty that we're making today is chocolate Fairlife.
Yeah, the macros of this are so great with higher protein. So you're gonna be getting more protein with this version of the Frosty. We are gonna be doing 1 full serving, 1 cup. So it's gonna be 4.5 fat, 13 carb, and 13 protein. With a Frosty, and I'm sure many of you have had one, they're a very kind of like creamy, but mostly like kind of like a slight icy texture to it. So we don't really want to add too much to this recipe just so we can get that texture to be as close to the Frosty as possible.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of different milks out there, dairy alternatives as well. And I've tried a lot of different milks for the creamy, and we have found that the Fairlife brand is going to make the best consistency and give you the most creamy consistency as well. So highly recommend using Fairlife brand.
And then minimal ingredients for the rest of this. We are going to just be doing a dash of vanilla extract just for a little bit more additional flavor. And then again, just for volume purposes, texture purposes, we're going to be doing a little bit of water as well. So we're going to get to measuring it out.
And of course you need the creamy. So for the chocolate milk, we're going to do 240 grams, which is 1 serving.
And then again, for texture purposes, we're just gonna eyeball this a little bit. We're just gonna add a little bit of water to make it just a little bit more liquidy, and just for volume as well.
And just a tiny bit.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
That was great.
It was a little bit more than what I wanted because the vanilla extract is very potent.
But we need the flavor.
And then all I gotta do next is mix it. And then with the Ninja Creamies, what you need to do is prepare these about 8 to 10 hours in advance. So once this part is made, we're gonna cap it.
And throw it in the freezer?
Throw it in the freezer for 8 to 10 hours. And then we can cream it up. So I just pulled this out of the freezer. So we're gonna throw it into the Ninja Creamy contraption. Tap the lid.
Maybe.
Insert device. Lock and load.
These creamies are the best.
And for the Frosty consistency, we're going to use the milkshake setting in 3, 2.
So sometimes with the creamy, we do have to do it for 2 rounds. So we're just gonna check to see if this needs a little bit. Well, no.
That looks pretty creamy.
All right, so I'd say for this Frosty Ninja Creamy, you only need to run it once.
You can also run it twice if you want a little bit more thicker consistency, but I think this is gonna be really
especially because that Frosty, it's literally like this.
Look at that pour. It's like she's done this before.
Right.
We got the perfect cup.
Let me get a straw.
And that's it. Minimal ingredients, very macro friendly. We're about to taste test this live for y'all.
You wanna do the honors?
You know the drill. You go first. All right, let's taste test at the same time. Ready? 3, 2. That slaps. I knew it was gonna slap.
That tastes so close to a Frosty, a chocolate Frosty. Ours did come out just a little bit liquidy.
That's what we're saying.
Little bit.
We just ran it one time. If you spun with the creamy a second time,
You get it a little bit thicker.
But I wanted to go ahead and have it like a smoothie or shake.
This is like if you let it sit for a little bit, like a normal Frosty. Oh my God. Yeah. So when we are comparing the nutrition facts of a regular medium Frosty, because this is definitely like the size of a medium, I'm joking. All right, so the macros of a Wendy's Frosty medium size, 10 fat, 11 protein. I'm actually surprised it has that much protein, to be honest.
I mean, it's milk.
11 protein.
Yeah.
67 carbs. When we take what we made, you are looking at 4.5 fat,
13 grams of protein and 13 grams of carbohydrates. So similar protein values, but a lot less fat and carbohydrate values. Yeah. And I'm telling you what, as far as the taste goes,
it's really good.
Identical. So yeah, definitely you need to try this one. Get yourself a creamy, fam.